Hi everyone, it's Sam from Woodsted Studios here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I painted the Iron Pharaoh that I posted a couple of days ago now on Instagram and Facebook. It has been wild. the love for these Pharaoh pieces has been absolutely phenomenal, and I just want to thank you guys for showing all the love and appreciation for doing these posts, because they do take a long time to make, all the way through from the 3D sculpting, the toing and froing with that, getting the designs just right, to printing it. So there's a big shout out to the guys at Imperial factory that print these large scale pieces for me. They do such a phenomenal job, and they take a lot of the 3D printing work off of me, which is super handy nowadays. It allows me to focus more of my time on the paint job and doing other bits and pieces around the studio. So yeah, without these guys, definitely wouldn't be able to do big projects like this. And also, big shout out to Zoe, who preps a lot of these 3D printed pieces ready for me to paint. And that is the most time-consuming thing, and she's got a lot more patience than I do, and she's definitely one of the best in the business at prepping 3D prints, whether it be filament or resin prints, getting them at a paint-ready stage. I'm just going to show you a little bit of what was involved with painting something like this and on this scale. There's people out there who painted a lot bigger stuff than I have, but in terms of complexity with different shades of gold and all the weathering on there, it was a fairly complex piece to paint. So getting all the elements right and in the right stages is quite a challenge. So masking up was a long process on this one. You can kind of see a little bit there. I did take a lot of videos masking up on this, but I'm not going to bore you with showing you all of that, because you've got to take your time doing the masking. It is a tedious job, but if you do it right, it's worth it in the end. So I'm starting off here. All these pieces have been chromed as standard. Alumaluster from Imperial surface. Best chrome out there by miles. It's so versatile, no matter what shade of chrome, even if you want a mirror chrome or if you want a more steel looking chrome, it's super versatile. And it's been sealed with a 2K, and now I'm putting the satin gold on. So the satin gold, I don't want a glossy finish for this one, because I'm doing different panels, different shades of gold. I can't remember exactly, I think this might have been Killer Bees, the satin gold. And I'm dusting it over rather than doing a slightly heavier spray. It doesn't go as glossy. And there you can see some of the more tedious masking that I had to do for this piece. From big panels to tiny little lines. But as you can see, the results are worth it when the masking tape comes off. Getting the seal on that chrome is right. It can be a bit of a pain. Even the best painters, do mess up their chrome sealing sometimes. But if you get it right, it will be just as shiny as the raw chrome itself. Now this one was Sun Gods, I think. The Arc Reactor Surround, I wanted more of the glossy chrome gold for this one, so a little bit more liquid coming through the gun, a little bit closer, and just a little bit heavier. I'm just taking it over to the wall there just to compare it to the samples that we got, all the testers that Sam was really kind enough to send over from Imperial surface. Just seeing if the colour was along the right lines as what I was going for. There's more of the satin, kind of matte looking gold. You can just see the extent of some of this masking up, it is crazy. And there you've got the satin gold on the chest piece. Here's some more satisfying demasking for you. Honestly, hours to put on and seconds to come on. Now because this layer of gold is the satin gold, the more matte gold, it dries super quickly, so you can get that masking tape off pretty quickly after taking it out of the booth. Okay, so next up, we've already masked off the satin gold. That's been dry for a good 48 hours or so now. So now we're moving on to the chrome gold. I do believe this was Sun Gods. So again, a little heavier, just like the Arc Reactor piece, a little heavier, and you can see, even though this isn't a 2K that I'm putting on, this is a binder, an intercoat binder. Which kind of acts as a top coat in itself, and you can see the shine coming through from that gold straight away. These Imperial surface pigments are really nice, guys. Honestly, I'd recommend getting a little stash of them, because I use most of the colours on a lot of projects now, and you can see the difference between the two-tone, the difference between spraying the more of a dust coat for the satin and that heavier gloss coat for the chrome gold. It looks so nice when it's clean, but weather in props is what we do here, so we've got to dirty it out. Some more of that satisfying demasking on the faceplate. Okay, and then we put the same coat, same sort of layering we put on the chest piece. And we've done the same as well after masking to the headpiece. So now we've moved on to the red candies. These are from Createx. They're really vibrant colours. They come out really quickly. You know, that you don't really need lots of light layers with these ones. They come out pretty vibrant as soon as you start spraying. So do take your time with these paints. Don't go in heavy. Don't need to go in heavy with them at all. And that's a 1-1 mix with the colour. I did mix a couple of different colours in there. I can't remember exactly what they are, but there are a couple of the different reds from Createx that I put in the mix, and the other half was 40-50. And you can see there the colours just absolutely pop. That's why it's so critical to get your chrome right, the base right, keep that shine on the chrome, and then all of these colours will just really come through so bright. And there you can see it nearly done pretty much. I didn't manage to get any shots of me weathering it. I'll do weathering on another separate video, but yeah, this was about the golds and the candies today. So I mean, thanks very much for watching, guys, and let me know what you think.